best I can. This is the best my lighting is going to be today. I'm like tired of getting up and moving things around. But anyway, my curls are popping. This is all that matters right now. Even though the lighting is like real weird. Okay, but hey there. So welcome to my first teacher vlog. It's not my first vlog. I actually have a few channels on YouTube, but this is my first teacher vlog. So right now it is August 8th, and I have been trying to get back in teacher mode because I have to go back to work next week on the 14th. And so I went on YouTube and I just started typing in like random classroom stuff because I watch apartment tours and like home and house style stuff. And so I stumbled across classroom tours, and I don't know if I'm late in the game or what the deal is, but I did not know that teachers vlogged and gave classroom tours. So basically I've spent the last 3 days since Sunday watching all these random classroom tours and organization videos and I don't know, just a whole bunch of stuff. Like my history is just rain. Stop it. Okay, my history is ridiculous. Everything is like a classroom. But what I noticed is that everybody is elementary. Like I love elementary teachers. I have some friends that teach elementary. You guys are awesome. I've seen some great pages, great classrooms, great blogs from different teachers, but it was so hard to find high school teachers. Like I literally stumbled across two middle school teaching blogs, and literally 3.5 high school teaching blogs, legitimately. And like I said, it's Tuesday. I've been watching since Sunday, and I've seen a lot of great channels like Pocket Full of Primary and Putting Forth Effort in the Lettered Classroom and One Fat Teacher. And who was the other one, the first one I watched? That One Happy Classroom. And you guys are awesome, but then I was just like, where's all the high school ones? So then, above all of the 1,000 things I have to do, I was like, I'll make a classroom vlog. Like, why am I adding to more of like my plate? But anyway, so this is my first one. I can't get into my classroom yet. I have a new position this year, and my school has an early college high school, so we're at a school within a school model. So there's some renovations happening, and hopefully I can get in my classroom next week because we have 2 prep days next week that we can work in our classrooms before the following week, which is all the PD and planning meetings and all that stuff. So I went to the school this past Saturday, and they're literally still working. Oh, this is my phone. They're literally still working. So they better get it together before next week, so I can actually get in my classroom and start putting stuff up. And so I hopefully on this vlog and just future vlogs to come will share with you guys. Well, first I'll have better lighting. Like I've been for the last 10 minutes opening and closing blinds, shuffling things around, repositioning the computer. This is the best it's gonna get today, so it is what it is. But later on, I'll have better lighting. But hopefully today, since I can't get in my classroom yet, I just want to share a few tips and resources that I have discovered over the years. This coming school year, the 2017-2018 school year, will be my 5th year full-time in the classroom. I've been in education for 7. The first year and a half I got out of, I graduated from college. Jeez, my phone. The first year and a half I graduated from college, it was hard finding a teaching job. So I substitute taught. I did some long-term subbing, decided to just go back to school. get my master's while I'm doing that, and then finally scored my first full-time teaching job. So this coming school year will be my 5th year, and it's also the first year that I'll be teaching English 1 for the entire year. I've been teaching English 2 the last 3.5 years. And before then, I taught GED and literacy skills. I was a GED teacher. And before then, my very first teaching job was 7th and 8th grade ESL. Absolutely love middle school teachers. You guys are true gems. But after that one semester, I came in the middle of the year. The teacher they had decided she just didn't want to teach anymore, so she just quit. So I came in spring semester. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I don't know. Middle school is just weird for me. It's just weird. The kids are in those awkward stages. There's hormones. There's hygiene issues. Let's be honest. Some of them stink. And it's like, okay, kid. And it's just a very weird, awkward time for kids, and man, more power to you middle school teachers. It's funny, I have a friend who teaches kindergarten, and she's like, I love kindergarten. I don't see how you can do high school. And I'm like, I love high school. I don't see how you can do kindergarten. So every teacher has their niche of, where they love to be and where they thrive. And for me, it's with the teenagers. I can tell them like it is, be very honest with them, but do so in a lovingly manner, because I want them to do their best and be their best and go out there and accomplish something in life. And they may, technically be an adult at 18, but they're still kids. And a lot of them are still very immature in the way that they handle problems and situations and make decisions. And they need that guidance. They really do need it. Where they have it the least is where they need it the most. And that's definitely in those high school years. So that's one of the reasons why I decided, when I did decide to become a teacher, I was going straight to high school. Like, that's where I'm going. And it's been great so far. Obviously, I'm 5 years in, still teaching high school. But this year I'll be teaching freshmen, and a little different. But because I'm in an early college, we had summer orientation for our freshmen, our incoming freshmen already, 2 weeks in June. So I got a chance to meet the 140 kids I'm going to have this year. And so I got a chance to start establishing those connections and those relationships with them. And they got a chance to experience my expectations in the classroom. So on the first day of school, it'll be not so much getting to know you, but just a refresher of expectations, procedures, and then we're hitting the ground running because we already know each other. We've already established that culture and that community. So I'm really excited. So today I'm going to share with you guys a few tips that you may not know. I know some people did. Last year I found a ton of resources that I shared with my fellow that I shared with my fellow English teachers. Some people knew about them, some didn't. And as I go to more conferences and meet teachers from all across the state and all across the country, like I did this year at our Avid Summer Institute, it amazed me how many resources, free resources, we have as teachers that many people don't know about. It's crazy. So I'm just going to share a few of those with you today. And then obviously my next vlog hopefully will be of my classroom. I'm so excited. I'm not going to be on the 3rd floor this year, so I won't have to hike up all those steps. I'll be on the 1st, and my classroom will be bigger, and it'll be newly renovated, because my old classroom was like this big, and I had like 35 kids in there. That's high school for you. All right, so tip number 1 is there are some awesome resources out there for reading across all grade levels. And one of my resources is commonlit.org. It's there at the bottom of your screen, commonlit.org. And it's super awesome. You make an account, a free account. I used my my district email address. And you put in your stats, where you're at as a teacher, what level you're at, and it literally has documents on everything, any genre you can pick. I believe it's starting at 5th grade, if I'm not mistaken, goes all the way through 12th. It shows you the lexile level of each of the texts. There's informational, there's poetry, there's short stories, there's persuasive essays, there's historical documents, there's, satire, there's research articles. There's just so much stuff. And I'm in Texas, so we have different standards, but most of you guys are aligned with Common Core. I'm from Missouri, and started teaching in Missouri before I moved to Texas. And we didn't have Common Core when I was in Missouri. We had MAT, which we still do, but I believe they have Common Core now. But those texts and all of the questions that come with those texts on commonlit.org are all Common Core aligned. So all of you awesome people that teach with Common Core, there you go. For all of us who have different standards, like me being in Texas, it's so easy to take those questions and attach them to different TEKs that you may have. It's so easy. I've done that so many times, and it's really not that hard to match them up with different TEKs. Some of the question stems I may change a little, only because if you're a Texas teacher, you know how the question stems are, how things are phrased on STAR exams, and I teach STAR subject classes. So I do a little bit of that tweaking, but honestly, the information is amazing. There's always discussion questions, there's multiple choice questions, there's short answer questions. I know there's not short answer anymore on the STAR for English 1 and 2, but I still have my kids do short answers. They still need to be able to interpret that text, to expand on their ideas. They still need that help, that practice. So please go to commonlit.org and create a free account and get access to all of that crazy good information. My second one is readworks.com. It's down here, readworks.com. It's another really great site. They have things from kindergarten through 12th grade. For some of you guys that do article of the week, they have that. You can get paired passages where it'll pair a poem with like a historical document or some type of literary text. And you can actually change the lexile. Sorry, I'm shifting. You can actually change the lexile for your text, and it's called step reading. So you can have the same text and you can have it over 3 different lexile levels for your learners in your classroom. So everybody's reading the same thing. You haven't changed the content, you've just changed the difficulty of the content, and I think that is awesome. And you can create your own binder and save all of your work. It has questions as well and discussion questions. It's amazing. So once again, free website. You sign up with your district email address and you get access to all of this free material. Also forgot to mention on commonlit.org, and I'm actually doing this year. You can create classrooms on there, and you can assign assignments to students. You can do it as a whole group, small group. You can do it by lexile level. You can do any of that. And so it gives you a code, kind of like if you're using the Google Classroom. It gives you a code. The kids sign up using that code, and you can check their progress. Whoever's turning in an assignment, if they do the questions, you can check the questions, check the answers. You can do all of that on commonlit.org. I'm actually doing an article of the week this year, which I wanted to do last year and started it, but I didn't stay consistent with it, and the year kind of got away from me. I didn't plan very well in the beginning for it. But this year I'm doing an article of the year, or of the week, sorry. And I'm also using a Google Classroom as like a discussion board. Like I said, I'm teaching in an early college this year, and the students have to get used to using things like Blackboard and different discussion boards of that nature. So at the beginning of the week, every student will have an article that they need to read and annotate and discuss. And by the end of that week, they need to not only post their response to the article in Google Classroom, but they also need to respond to at least one other person's response to that article. So it's teaching them that communication, that ongoing dialogue, and they have to get used to that type of format because some of them will be taking dual credit classes freshman year, so they're getting started very, very early. So I'm so happy and excited to introduce that this year. And it's a quick grade. We have to have 3 grades a week, roughly, and it's like a super quick grade. Go down the list, see who's commented, what they've written, if they responded to anybody. It's super quick. So, FYI. Okay, so you have commonlit.org and you have readworks.com. The third thing is newsela.com, and many of you have probably already heard of this one, but once again, it has a lot of great articles on current events like sports and media, finance, world issues, tons of good stuff on there. I actually used this 2 years ago. I had an intervention class built into one of my English classes, and I used this. All the kids signed up. They had a code that they needed to use to sign up, just like Google Classroom or Common Lit. And each week I assigned them articles. I can see who's read the article, who's answered the questions, what progress they made on it, and I could use that as kind of like a check for understanding. And then every Friday we discussed that article, and they had like small group discussions, and then they had some type of essay response or prompt for that. So News ELA is very good for that. If you want to do the pro, they do have a free trial where you can make classrooms, but after the free trial it does cost. But keep in mind, you can do that exact same thing on Common Lit and it doesn't cost. It's free. But News ELA does give you like the most updated current events that are happening. That's the only difference between the two, is they constantly update their articles about things in the world, global issues, a lot of things of that nature. Another tip, and this will be my last one for today, another resource that you could use is Kahoot. And I know a lot of people have used Kahoot, but still a lot more people do not know what Kahoot is. And it's kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. And it's basically a quick way to gauge a check. Oops, sorry, I'm shifting again. A check for understanding for whatever it is you guys are doing in class. The students, it's a kind of a competition, and kids love competition with each other. So it's a cool way for them to use competition. You can create your own, put questions in there for answer choices. Whoever answers them the fastest and answers them correctly stays in the lead. And it's just a quick way to kind of transition, check, like I said, check for understanding, use that informal assessment on a particular thing. I wouldn't use it all the time because it can get old very quickly if you do that all the time. But once every few weeks or so, you can definitely put that into your lesson plan. The kids can use it on desktop or their phones. Now I know phones can be an issue depending on what your district or school policies are. Ours are the kids cannot use them unless the teacher does, instructs them to for instructional purposes, and that has to be posted in our classroom. And so I have used phones in the past for instructional purposes, and I tell the kids, and this is just something that I tell them from day one, when I give you a directive, I expect it to be followed. Remember, I have high schoolers. I have 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, okay? When I give you a directive, I expect it to be followed. Phones should not be out for any given time period. If we use them for instruction and I tell you to put them up, you have one warning to put up your electronic device. And after that, it becomes mine and I hold it until the end of class, which we can do that. Or if we turn them into the office, the kids have to pay to get them back. I try not to be that mean. I give them a chance to reclaim their phone at the end of class. I've only had to do that a few times. Most of the time the kids know Miss Shockley doesn't play. So if she says put it up, because I will take it. And then they're always like, is it the end of class yet? No, you should have thought about that before you kept your phone out when I told you to put it up. But side note, sorry. So if you have a really good management system for technology in your classroom, you should not have a problem using the phones for Kahoot. Okay. And then side note, this is why I was on my way to Kroger yesterday. I should have just went to Kroger. I got sidetracked and went into Target. And you know they have the dollar section, which is now called the Bullseye's Playground. I don't know. Anyway, I went in the dollar section and they have these cute paper fans. Can you see that? These really cute paper fans. There's 3 of them. I'm gonna put them on over my desk this year. I always have like a bulletin board specifically that has my name on it, and it has notes that students from previous years have given me. Notes, birthday cards, cards from my coworkers for like Christmas or anything like that. And so this year I thought this was really cute. And this was the last color. They had other fans, but this was the last color in the Target dollar section. And then I absolutely love their file folders. I get the basic stuff for the kids because, you know, they're going to tear it up. But for me, I like the nice stuff because I'm buying it. It's my money, so I get what I want. And I love these file folders. I still have the ones that I bought last year. Last year, my color theme in my classroom was red, black, and white. And the black and white was zebra print. I mean, hey, it's your home. You know, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months a year. You better make it comfortable. But anyway, so my theme on my desk, I had red, I had gold, I had white. So those were the file folders I had, and I actually got them last year from the Target dollar spot. This year, I'm gonna use these, and these are the colors. So cute. And it matches my fans. It matches my fans. Woo, I'm super excited. Now I need to get some colored letters to spell out Miss Shockley to match those colors. Yay! Or just stencil some colored paper and cut it out. That was my second option. So I need to get some more bulletin board letters this year. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, next week we're able to go back into our classrooms. We actually have to report back to work next week on the 14th, next Monday on the 14th. And so my first 2 days are PD days for the early college, and then the 16th is my PD day for the entire school, where the entire school comes back. And then 17th and 18th, the Thursday and Friday, are prep days. So hopefully they'll be done with the renovations in my hallway so I can get in my classroom. But yeah, if you would like to know more information or see more of my vlogs, please subscribe to my channel, because I just made this like all of last night. Literally, it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I got so inspired and just made a vlog for my teacher stuff. So subscribe, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Comment below what else you would like to see, and give this a thumbs up. All right, bye guys.